Hey guys, this is Priyanka Manigandan and I'm back with a new video. Every one of us have visited temples and we follow certain set of rituals when we enter the temple zone. These rituals include removing off our shoes because they are considered as dirty, ring the bell just to let the god know that you are here, then we pray, then you're given some tilaks, you drink some tirtham or blessed water, you eat some prasads, and then you walk through the Mulasthana clockwise, and then you put on the money to the donation box, and some of them prefer to sing their devotional songs if they wish to. That's what we have been doing all these days. Have you ever thought why were these rituals followed? Have you ever tried to understand or find the reasons behind these rituals? Every rituals followed from the ancient era have some or the other scientific reasons attached to it. This video is all about that. In this video, we are going to discuss about those reasons. To start off with, location of the temples. Temples are generally found where the electric waves moving between the north and south poles are very strong. Hence, worship, chanting, meditation amplifies this positive energy. So, there's a lot of positive energies in these locations where the temples are located. Once we visit these temples, right, these positive energies are absorbed from space. So, we leave the temple very uplifted and positive. Removing off our footwear before entering a temple. Our ancient temples were built where vibrations contain strong magnetic and electric fields. By walking bare feet in the temple, one allows the positive vibrations to pass through our feet to the body. Hence, it is very important to walk barefoot when we visit the temple. Okay, now we enter the temple. What happens there? Let's discuss that. When we visit the temple, we activate our 5 senses. These 5 senses are sight, touch, smell, hearing, and taste. If all the 5 senses are activated, one can absorb the positive energy in the temple and feel good, leaving positively charged. Now, the first one is sounding the bell on entry. That is sense of hearing. We just ring the bell as soon as we enter the temple. The ringing of the bell not only alerts one's arrival to the temple, but also the echo resonates in such a way that the sound activates the 7 chakras of our body. That's why it's important to ring the bell as soon as we enter the temple. Next one is the lighting of diya, the sight sense. We usually close our eyes to pray. When you open our eyes and see the diya in front of the idol, this light activates your sight sense inside the dark room. What happens is generally these idols are placed in the dark and the lights are lit. Once you done with your prayers, you just open your eyes and see the light, and then you are positively charged, seeing the god in the dark place. That's why it activates your sight sense. Taking grace from the diya, which is touch sense. The prayer rituals ends with aarti. Visitors will in turn approach temple's idol. These all have the opportunity to be able to be in close proximity and absorb all these powerful positive energy. Next, we offer flowers to the god, right? That is your sense smell. Fragrant flowers such as rose, jasmine, and marigold, and also the incense sticks keep your smell sense active and pleasant, giving calmness to the mind. Then we drink blessed water or tirtham, which is your taste sense. This water would normally have few leaves of holy basil added to it and stored in a copper vessel for at least 8 hours. Drinking from copper vessel have many health benefits, so I'll take up this video maybe the next time. The benefits of copper vessel. Next one is the bindi or the tilak. The bindi or tilak by the priest This is the nerve point of a person's forehead between the eyebrow and is considered to be the habitat of our third eye, which is the major nerve point, and the application of colored paste helps retain the energy from the specific point. We offer sweets or fruits to the Almighty. Traditionally, bananas and coconuts are the only two fruits that were considered as sacred, and then they were offered to the gods. Coconuts and bananas, why coconuts and bananas are? These are the only two fruits that doesn't grow from a seed. Now, coming to Mulasthanam. Mulasthanam is where Earth's magnetic waves are found to be positive and very strong. We walk clockwise around the main idol or Mulasthanam just to receive the beamed magnetic waves, and the body absorbs it. The lamp radiates heat energy and provides light inside the sanctum. The ringing of the bells and the chanting of prayers takes the worshipper into the trance, there not letting his mind waver. The fragrance from the flowers, the burning of camphor, gives out the chemical energy, further aiding in a different good aura. Tirtham. Coming to Tirtham, it is the concoction of cardamom, karpura, saffron, tulsi, clove, etc. Washing the idol is to change the water or to charge the water with magnetic radiations, thus increasing its medicinal values. This water is mainly a source of magnetotherapy. Clove essence protects one from tooth decay. Saffron and tulsi leaves protects one from common cold and cough. Cardamom and pachakarpura acts as mouth refresheners. It is provided as tirtham, which is a good blood purifier and is highly energized. That's why it is important to have the tirtham when we visit the temples. Next is Deeparadhana. When the doors open up, the positive energy gushes out onto the persons who are there. The water is sprinkled onto the devotees. This is why men are not allowed to wear shirts and women are requested to wear more ornaments, so that the positive energies, the magnetic energies, are absorbed by both men and women. To conclude, energy lost in day's work is regained through a temple's visit, and one is refreshed slightly. All the rituals, all the practices are in reality well researched, studied, and scientifically backed theses which form the ways to nature to lead a good life, good healthy life. The scientific and research part of the practices are well conflagged as elders' instructions or granny's teachings, which should be obeyed as a mark of respect as to one's again avoid stress and mediocre brains. So I just want to say that every ritual followed in temples are backed up with some scientific reasons, and this indirectly or directly leads to a healthy life. Once exhausted life, one's exhausted life or one's stressed life can be reduced or can be managed only by visiting these temples. So just for example, you just spend your day working very hard the whole day, and in the evening you just visit a temple, you feel refreshed. That's what the difference is. I myself have tried these because even I'm working, I know how the stressed life is. To have a good work-life balance, it is important to visit these positive places just to be energized. Tamilai Karpom, Tamilai Valarpom. Signing off, Priyanka Manigandan. Have a great day, guys.